Thank you. I'm overwhelmed. I'm very honored to be part of the Babson family. First, I want to congratulate the graduates, and I propose a big applause for all the graduates and their parents and their friends. Let's give a big applause. It's a wonderful moment. And I was sitting there watching the whole ceremony and looking at you, the new graduates, and feeling extremely jealous. I wish I could be there, not sitting here. I was thinking of a smartphone app, kind of push the button, and you transport it into the other crowd. And all your ages disappear, you become part of the crowd. Because you're so lucky. And that's what makes me jealous. You're lucky because you're born at this time of the age that you are in. That makes you the most powerful generation in the human history. No other generation ever had so much power in their possession, which you have. That makes me very jealous. When we were at your age, we were attending the commencement, it almost looked like we were cave people compared to what you got. The technology that you command never existed before. And that gives you enormous power. And that brings you creative power. With your creative power, with your training in Babson College, and your ability to transform things in a speed and a quality which never could have happened before, makes you very different. That's why it makes me very jealous. I'm not part of your crowd. I miss that. But at the same time, I would like to raise a question with you. Are you aware of your power? Are you aware that you're the most powerful generation in human history? If you are aware, then you ask yourself a question. What use we are going to make of it? Because if you are not aware, of course you will not use it. It will be wasted away. If you are aware, but you are not using it, it's very damaging for the whole world that you had it, you had Aladdin's lamp in your hand, the digital lamp in this case. But you didn't rub that lamp so that the digital genie could come out and say, what can I do for you? And you didn't bring the digital genie out. You didn't order the digital genie do the wonderful thing. You are the digital genie, really. Now today, after graduation, you'll be getting busy with your career, your future. I just wanted to urge you. How much of this power you'll be using on yourself for your building your comfort zone? How much of that power you'll be using for the rest of the world? Divide it up right now before you enter in your life. Because later on, with the pressure of your work, probably you'll forget that you had so much power, you could have used it to change the world. And you had no chance to do that because you didn't think about it. So now limit yourself how small part of your power you can get by to taking care of yourself. And the rest of the power goes into changing the world. And each one of you, I repeat, each one of you has the power to change the entire world. Changing world is not a big deal. It's just a question of, are you interested in it? If you are, you can make it. First, you have to imagine what kind of world you want. Imagination is the real power. Imagine like I imagined about the app to transport me into your side. All the crazy things that you can think about. When you imagine, don't put a limit. Be as wild as you can be in creating the image of the world that you want to create, without any hesitation, without any limitation. Be as wild as it can be in your imagination, as if you are writing a social fiction. We write science fiction all the time, but unfortunately, we don't write social fictions. Fictions are the driving force. Like in science, in technology, science fiction becomes a driving force. It makes things happen. Similarly, if you have done the social fiction, it will make it happen. So imagine it, and then imagine the fantastic thing you can do next day. Imagine big things, but always, this is my recommendation personally, always start very small as you can get. Don't get caught up with your imagination to jump into it right away. Your first tiny step will make this all happen. So limit yourself into a tiny little thing of change and make that happen. It's easy. It's not difficult. If you make it very simple, very easy. So that's the direction I will urge you to take. And in my work, I see how businesses got caught up. In many cases, you'll be joining with businesses. So I'm warning you, businesses get caught up with personal profits, personal interest. And they have no time to see the rest of the world. And seeing it repeatedly, what I did in my own way, as I look around in my circumstances, all the problems around me, I try to address every single problem that I see by creating a business to solve it. So I created business after business, large number of businesses, some of them nationwide businesses now, for the purpose of solving the problem, without having any intention of making personal money out of it. So I created another class of business. I call them social business. Non-dividend company to solve human problems. So it's a kind of separating me out from the rest of the businesses where interest in making personal money. So I got rid of that idea and completely devote myself in creating businesses to solve problems. It's a kind of contradictory to charities. In charity, you try to solve problem with charities, and I kept reminding myself and people that I meet, charity is a wonderful idea, but it has a limitation. Charity money goes out, does a wonderful work, but it doesn't come back. So what I do, I take the objective of charity and put a business engine behind it. And then suddenly, it becomes very powerful. Money comes back, and you use it again and again. You can do social business too while you're doing other things for yourself. On the side, you can design a social business. Very small one. What about designing a social business to take 5 unemployed young people out of unemployment? As a social, you create a business to do that. It can be done. How to create a social business to save 5 welfare people out of welfare? It can be done anytime. It will take half an hour of your time to design that. But it will change the whole world if you can do that and implement it. I got into unemployment issue in Bangladesh. I do the microcredit. There are lots of women who are in the microcredit, 8.5 million. There are lots of children. We give them education loan, millions of them. They go to school, they pass, they graduate, but no jobs. They complain, we don't have any job. What is the use of education? So I didn't know how to answer that question. Then I figured it out. Now, whenever I hear that, I said, who told you to have jobs? Did your teacher tell you to have jobs? Did you read it in your textbooks? Of course, they cannot answer that question. I said, forget about jobs. Job is a very old-fashioned idea, obsolete idea. That should have ended in the last century. But somehow it sneaked in. Get rid of it. You keep telling yourself again and again, I'm not a job seeker, I'm a job creator. And behave like a job creator. Think like a job creator. Suddenly you see completely different thing emerging in front of you. It's in your head which caused the problem, not in your ability. You have the ability to become entrepreneur. And I tell them that all human beings in the world are entrepreneurs. That's in our DNA. That's in our blood. That's how millions of years we lived in this planet, by using that entrepreneurship. When we're in the caves, we are not sending job applications from cave number 5 to cave number 15. Do you have a job for me? We carry the tradition of go-getters. We are go-getters. We are problem solvers. Some people mistaken it, converted into job seekers. As if human beings are not born to work for somebody else. Human being is much bigger than that. But the moment you accept a job, you limit yourself. Your life is made into a tiny little thing, which you yourself is a huge big thing. Your creative power can go any direction you want. That's what you should be. There are young people, unemployed young people look at me, they don't understand what I'm talking about. So what I did, I created a social business fund and tell all the young people, come up with a business idea. If you can come up with a business idea, we will invest in your business from a fund and we become your partner. And over the time, you be successful in your business and repay the money that we gave you. Buy the shares back from us and you become the full owner. And you don't have to pay anything to us. We don't want to make money out of you because we are a social business. Our job is to solve your problem, put you into the orbit. And if it is done, we feel happy about it. Now hundreds of them, thousands of them keep with business ideas. We keep on investing in them. So we forget about job seeking. You'll be employing a lot of people yourself. You are not a job seeker, you are a job creator. And that's the direction we go. Last point I wanted to mention about creating an image of the destination that you want to go. Because very soon you'll forget what is your destination. Who are you? What's the purpose of your life? Define it now before it's too late, before you're caught up with the daily workload. Define your destination. This is where I want to get to, and remember it occasionally. Am I going in that direction? Make it big so that you can use all your creative power, not waste any part of your creative power. I put my destination. I have defined my destination, what I want to do. I want to share it with you. I put 3 zeros as my destination. Zero number 1, zero poverty in the world. Nobody should be poor people in this planet because it doesn't belong to human being. It is artificially imposed on human being. I feel very strongly that poverty should be in the museum, not in human society. So that's the direction that I want to take. Zero number 2, there shouldn't be any unemployment, zero unemployment. Again, it's a very artificial concept. The very idea of employment created the problem of unemployment. If you thought we are all entrepreneurs, like all the Grameen borrowers, all the microcredit borrowers, all these illiterate women, they are entrepreneurs. I tell their children, I said, how come? You have your degrees, you have all the education, and you're looking for a job. Look at your mother, she's an entrepreneur. If your illiterate mother can create a business with $30, shame on your education if you have to look for a job. You demean human being. That education we don't need, which demean and distorts human being. We need education which upholds human being, enlarges human being, not diminish him or diminish her. So, artificially, we can, this artificial concept, we can remove by creating the idea of entrepreneurship, making everybody feel like entrepreneurs, and put the supportive financial system behind it. Without that, it will not work. Third zero, zero net carbon emission. We don't want to destroy our planet. As an individual, I want to make sure my part of it, that I contribute to make sure planet is safe planet. And we decarbonize the economy and make it, create a world which is safe. We can create that world if we work together, if we put our mind into it and use our creative power to make that happen. Please make it happen. Thank you very much.